Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome back to Cosmic Boogeyman's Tarot. So what I'm going to do is read some tarot cards for you today. We're going to go through and do a timeline read. So this is a read for you. And if you're a cross watcher, I want you to keep in mind that this read is fluid. So it could be anything to do with the current read. It could be future, it could be past, but I'm going to give you an idea that usually when I do these timeline reads, it's pretty accurate. When I do these for family and friends, I like to give them a pretty prominent idea what's going to happen for them in the upcoming weeks. So what I like to do is I use my timeline read. I came up with this a while back with my guides. So what I do is I use what's called my guideline, my cornerstones, and I basically use a I'll go through this with you if you haven't caught on yet. Um, but what I want to do with you, Aquarius, I want to find out what the collective needs to hear. And I'm going to start with my first cornerstone. And what we have here is we have self imprisonment or the lack of self imprisonment. This is our cornerstone when we have it in the bottom right. This is kind of like a choice. We'll have four of them coming in here. We'll have one up here. We'll have one here and here and then down here. So this is a choice. We have what we see is someone is choosing to see what they want to see. They actually are actively choosing this. This could be you or somebody else. There's a lot of knowledge there. Someone's making actions, making steps, making strides. This could be you, your other person. This could be a family member. But what you're doing is you're making strides. When the card is in this gray color position, I like to call it, it's not good or bad or indifferent. This is just kind of what it is. This is a fact. This is just how it is. So someone's in your world or you're making decisions based on the actual knowledge. You're using your intuition. When it comes in this position, this is basically what's paired up. What this is telling me, this is how you're seeing things through your third eye. Your intuition's telling you your guides, your wisdom, you're making your decisions based on what your gut's telling you, your instinct. You're making those decisions because you want to make the best decision. You want to be happy in the end. You want to be king of the hill. You want to be the one who's forthright. If you're a female, you're looking for your king. If you're a male, you're looking for your queen. When we head down the row here, I'm going to do a pretty extensive timeline read here, Aquarius. When I read, I usually read a 6 by 6, sometimes a 3 by 3, but you'll see here it's going to be a pretty wide grid. But what we're going to get here is going to get a pretty identifying card read. It's telling us a really detailed situation for you. But this tells me that this is someone who is prominently a manifester, someone who knows what they're doing. They have an idea. They carry a big stick, or they know what they're doing, or when they make their actions, it's very impactful. This person manifests with purpose. Right now, there's an unfortunate event, or the fortune's coming in. This tells me that this king or queen is making actions. The Wheel of Fortune is never, when you have it in the reverse, is never a bad card. When I've always been told by people who've trained me and taught me, is the Wheel of Fortune is always spinning, and I'm going to show you here. It's always turning, it's always spinning. The wheel's always turning. Keep your eye on that wheel, and you'll see it's always spinning, and that's what a wheel is. It maintains its shape. The wheel is just upside down now. So you or somebody else is probably going through some probably tough times. This is just how it is. This is just what life is. We always get these tough situations. Things hand us some really, really bad lemons. What are we going to do? Throw those lemons out or throw all the lemons out? Are we going to make lemonade out of the lemons we have? Are we going to turn those lemons and teach others, hey, be careful? You're facing new opportunities, you're facing new challenges, new chances, but what you're looking for more importantly is you're looking for that golden opportunity. You know that your luck is about to change. Whatever it is, you have intuition on your side. You're not waiting. You're not holding back, but you're using your knowledge, you're using your intuition, you're using your power to manifest, you're using your intuition to make these decisions happen. You're going to take that pinnacle and you're going to make this happen. Whatever it is, you're going to go through and climb mountains. You're going to take these life lessons and move forward. So when you do that, you may have some miscommunication. People may misunderstand you. People might not find what you're doing to be relevant to the situation. They may get upset with you. They may find you to be flighty, Aquarians, we in general tend to be misunderstood, but that's just how we are. Unfortunately, we're Aquarians. That's who we are. No offense, but who cares? As Aquarians, we really don't care. We follow our own path. We go our own direction. If you notice here, there's no other secondary person. It's just the Aquarian or the other person. But I'm going to go with this is just us. We're taking our own chance here. You're going to follow here, which is going to be our conduit. A conduit is how things are going, how you're traveling. You can say, hey, nothing's happened in my life, but you get up every morning, you go to bed every night. During the day, things do happen. Your phone does ring. You do get text messages. You do get some kind of action during the day. No matter if you say I stay and I just sit in my bed all day, you're guaranteed on your phone. You're guaranteed getting text messages. You are guaranteed to receive emails. They're 100% a opportunity facing you every day. The universe is going to provide you with some kind of chance. If you choose to not see that chance and you choose to block, that is your opportunity. You're going to find yourself in some kind of distressed state if you don't see that, and that's why you're going to feel like the wheel of fortune is upside down. What you aren't seeing is you are about to come into some money, a lot of money. So when you have this 10 of Pentacles or you have this completion of Pentacles, you have a lot of people that are about to manifest off of whatever you are doing. You're facing something or you're shutting down because you're about to make some kind of major life decision. You're about to do something or someone's about to do something that's going to affect not only you but people around you. If you ever heard of the butterfly effect is when one little thing happens here and affects the world. Um, this is a a way we like to look at it. One little pentacle here can grow. One little pentacle, one little action you have done maybe when you were younger has now made you make a decision now when you're older. And it's now going to affect you when you get older and older and older. And you're going to make those decisions. No matter how you look at it, you were born. Before you were born, you were kicking in the womb. But what you were doing in that womb, your life and your decisions were always predetermined based on what you wanted to do. No matter if you believe in a certain religion, you believe in spirituality, if you follow tarot, which I'm going to go with you probably do, whatever you do, you're going to follow these actions because this is what's telling you, this is what's guiding you. You're here watching this video for a reason. When you follow these actions, you're going to focus on your pain, your hurt, and you're going to say, well, how did I get happy? What focused on me being happy? I'm hurt, but I'm not gone. I am happy for certain reasons. What makes me happy at my core? What makes me the happiest version of myself? When you look at this, you can see other people in your past. You have affected others' lives. You may not recognize it, you may not want to see it, but you have changed other people's lives in your path. Your path has always changed other people's lives. They may not acknowledge you because you're such an eccentric person. An Aquarian has their own way of living. You're lucky to be the Aquarian. There is no denying that. The Aquarian has the ability to adapt, morph, and then change, live their own life. You're divinely protected. When we see this at the heart, this is going to be our center of our read here. But when you have the divine protecting you, they are influencing your luck. Your luck has always been protected. No matter where you fall, you're like, I'll go in the other line. Even if the other line is longer, you end up meeting someone who then leads you onto a job opportunity, then leads you into this career, then leads you into a life change, you meet your partner, and so forth and so on. Hey, wow, you ended up buying a car because you went into that line long time ago and you found yourself now in this certain vehicle, and because you bought this certain vehicle you got into a car accident, and because you're in that certain vehicle you ended up living. That's how the divine works. You may be in pain now, but understand it's because that's what's meant to happen. You might feel like you're juggling a couple opportunities, a couple chances, but even though you might not be talking to a lot of people or you feel like you have to take this moment to shut down and rebuild, going into the new year, a lot of Aquarians will do this. We'll shut down, we'll reflect, we'll say, hey, I'm really thankful for a lot of things that happened this year. I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for many family members. But who you are comes from the inside out. No matter how other people reflect on you or look at you or reflect on what you're doing, you are a person and a soul from the inside out. That doesn't change how others review you, or like, I would say even kind of like, I would almost say judge you, and I don't like using that word, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see the judgment card come up here. But what's happening here is you have someone in your life that is waiting on you, and this person is waiting on your opportunity to give them their luck, their wheel of fortune. This pentacle that you carry is their chance to, I would say, make it big, hit it big, grow. They haven't had a pentacle. They don't have that chance. They're clouded in whatever they're doing. They don't have the ability to move the way you do. Nothing is hidden from them. They're not hiding it, but they have a lot on their mind. This person, if you can see here, they do have a lot on their mind. Let me zoom in on this card for you just to give you an idea. So I'll just flip it. So they're currently, they're not active with you. Something's going on, but you can see here they have a lot on their mind. They're not holding their sword, so they're intelligent. They're very intelligent, and they're active. They might be active in whatever they do, but when they get into something, they get into it fully. This person could be of another culture, but you are focused on this person, but there's a lot clouded in this person, or they feel like something's clouded and they're against the wind. They're growing their own path, their own passion. They stand strong, but at the center of whatever they are, whoever they are, there is something that they are pained with. They have to carry this. They are not a person that likes to be hurt. However, at this moment, there is an inaction or they're taking a moment to reflect on you. So what I see for you is I see that this person is waiting on you because you are focused on one of two things. You are focused either on travel, the future, the summer, could be something like that, but you know the divine is guiding you. The divine has two abundant opportunities for you that's coming up. The sun is shining always at your center, at your core, at who you are. You could lose everything tomorrow. You would be upset, but you would grow bigger and better. The way I like to explain this is if a volcano erupted and destroyed everything, the flowers would still grow. That's how it works. That's how the divine works. You come into this situation and you feel like everything's working backwards for you. If you look at this, you can actually see someone or somebody or something is blocking and it's facing. This person's looking here at this potential opportunity. You're either sitting on a golden opportunity that's about to blossom, but you're afraid of somebody or something becoming hurt, but you know at the bottom, at the base of whatever this is, it's a lucky opportunity, and you're just going to be the one who grows from it because you're using your intuition to follow whatever it makes you happy. The divine is at the core of this. It hasn't officially announced to you, here you go, but you're balancing two opportunities, two divine opportunities, just like the divine is offering them to you. You have to make a choice, or you feel like you have to make a choice, but these are infinite. These always go back and forth. You can see the infinity symbol here, and this one person's waiting on you to make your choice. Whatever it is at the end, you have your wands coming in, your wands coming out, but you make that one decision, that one choice that changes your outcome, that one choice that's going to make a big difference in your entire life. But like I said, when you make that decision, it's not like you're going to make a bad decision. You never make a bad decision because when we head into that cornerstone, you may be regretful of past decisions, but you always hold the two cups. You always have this in your life. You always know that hey, I can cross. I can cross the river. I can get to my intuition. I can get to the other side. I can get there, but I'll always regret. The Aquarians, they wish others could see what they see, and that's the unfortunate part. You stand, even though people would see this card as a negative card, like I said, look at the first card we talked about, the gray. The gray. The person in the cloak. Is this a female or a male? We don't know. Black hair. We don't know. This person stands on happy feet. They're a happy person, but they feel unfortunate, unhappy for other people. What is their life purpose? What is this person's life purpose? Who are these other three people that are being affected by the Aquarian's decisions? In our cornerstones, we have basically a miscommunication. This could be a Pisces, it could be a water sign, but this could be a Cancer, it could be somebody that's being affected, but we have gray, gray, gray. So this is a gray area, something that doesn't seem very clear cut. But what's happening is these three cups they feel as though they're being spilt. The decision's been made. The pumpkin here, this could tell me this could have happened somewhere recently, even as recent as November, Halloween, something to that effect. But there was a celebration. There's the unmasked person, the person who has no face, is not showing their face quite yet. They're hiding. They're not making themselves known. They're trying to remain optimistic, but they're not quite there yet. This person wants to come out of the dark, and they're trying to, but like I said, there's a gray area here. There's not a whole lot of sadness, but there is some gray area where this person's trying to work, make money, they're hurt, they're trying to grow, and they, at the base of this king or queen of pentacles that's with this Aquarian is helping them understand themselves. This goes back to the 7th July, even as early as June, but I would beg to differ that this would be a July decision. And back in July, this one person, this one pentacle that was bought or brought in has changed the outcome of this read for the Aquarian and this other person. This has been a move on to bigger and better, brought on to the divine. This is the person, this person has all of the knowledge, all of the power that they can make the decisions. This is a divinely influenced decision. You can see the swords here in our center line, our heart chakra. This is where we make the decisions. But like I said to you at the very beginning of this read, this is the divine that's providing this. And you can see these cards, which appear to you as upside down, appear to me as going in effect, moving on to bigger and better. The divine's guiding it into a lucky situation. This is a very good read, Aquarian. This is raising vibration for me. This is making a decision. This is the new opportunity going into effect. This is what I would call the breadcrumbing card. You can see they're handing out money, balance, justice, but there's definitely some kind of indecision. Again, we have that gray area, a lot of gray area. There's a lot of things that aren't quite known or how it's going to play out, but some have more or less than others. There are two people in this play. But when we started the initial read, we had one person. It slowly grows into more than one person. This initial read was probably one person. Maybe it was just you. Let's call it what it is. Aquarians can be selfish. They can be focused on whom they are. They like to focus on just themselves. And like I like to call it, put on that oxygen mask first. You can't help others if you aren't helping yourself. If you, like myself, I get migraines. If you have a migraine, how effective can you be to help somebody else? You can say I'm effective, but you're really not too effective. There's a limit and a little bit you can do every day. If you're feeling amazing and you are just feeling so beautiful and you are shining from the inside out, you can help a lot of other people, but you can only give what you can offer. And that's what's happening here. And that's why it feels like you're juggling decisions for this new opportunity. It's divine, but we're going back to the other side of our cornerstone, Three of Cups. This is divinely influenced. This is a very balanced situation, and I would have to agree that this is going to be a decision where this other person here is going to make themselves known very soon. We have three people here, three people here, three people here, and here is that other person. And they're either on their way in or way out. But they feel as though they have no decisions because they're trapped by something. This is the brand new opportunity. Let's take a look at that. Let me move this out of the way a little bit for us here. Okay, so we have a brand new opportunity. We have a new start and a brand new start. In our cornerstone, this person could have a dog. They could be moving on. They could be into flowers. They could be into pottery. But this is clearly a happy card. You can see this is where it comes in. If I had more room here, I would read out that way, and I would read what this new opportunity is, and I would read into where this is. But as I get this reading here, Aquarius, I could tell you this is where this happened. Going in, we're getting this read that this person has made a new opportunity happen out of three people. Very lucky, balancing, feels breadcrumbed, and they feel as though they want a U-turn at some point. New opportunity out of this brand new start. This is the very, very first card. Let me bring this over here for us and get us a zoom in here. Whoop. Okay, so this is the very beginning. This is the first card. But what you'll see here is this person has a dog or likes dogs, but they're carefree right now. Whatever they're doing, they don't care. They're moving forward. This person is moving. They are taking a leap of faith. They're about to step off that ledge and say, yeah, I'm in. I'm all in. This person is nervous. But what I don't like to see here is I would love to see this card on one of the other cornerstones stepping into the read. It's almost like they were stepping out of the read. This person probably made one or two decisions heading away from this commitment, this opportunity. So whoever this person is, a friend, foe, new job, this person was probably saying, hey, I'm out. they have at least one animal, probably a dog, but they have at least one animal that's very aligned with them, that goes with them, goes everywhere with them. I would beg to differ that this person uh, would leave this dog anywhere without themselves. Um, they're about to plant and grow their opportunity with you and with others. So what I would like to see is see how they're going to grow that opportunity and go on from here. So I'm gonna expound upon this read a little bit and go further. And what I want to find out is like who this person is, how their new opportunity worked out. We'll go into this a little deeper and find out. But we'll even dig deeper, and I love to see this divine at the center of our read here, because I'm also an Aquarius, if you don't know. But this is our, what I would call a timeline read. We have our cornerstones, we have our conduit. Whoop, sorry about that. We have our conduit, comes in out. Think of like the Acela speed trains, the bullet trains, and then we have our center line. Are we aligned? Are we making decisions? You could be thinking about moving on, finding people, how this person has changed your existence, um, versus regret. There's definitely a lot of back and forth with this. This here is a very, very, very special card. If you notice, I use a double tarot deck. I had to pull this card out because when I was pulling cards once, this card actually broke. And I mean that like literally. You can actually see how it cracked. So I actually keep this card as a reminder about long-term communication, about how we have to keep our mindset open. So I actually pulled this card in from a same manufacturer, but this is about the permanent long-term communication of somebody coming into your life. You're about to commit to somebody or commit to someone long-term communication. This person has committed, like you commit, to talking to them. I don't take this card lightly, and I would tell you not to take this card lightly either. Whoever this person is coming in for long term. You are about to meet someone, or they're about to announce themselves to you in long term. What I don't see here at the ready is love. The only thing I can tell you is that the divine is providing you with very unique opportunities, and love would be one of them if we can get some love cards out here. But the cups are celebrations, happiness. Hey, I can call this person in a moment's notice. They're a divine match. Whoever this person is, they're the yin to your yang. You can see the opposite to this other side. So the balance is they're looking at something and they find you. You look at something, you find them. It's just how it is. There is everywhere they look, they see you. Everywhere you look, you see them. This could be a relative too. This could just be somebody who's making a difference. But you are their luck. They are your luck. They're providing with that opportunity. So you only find yourself going back to this three, whatever this three is. This could be a partnership or an accomplishment, but you know that this fast moving action is due and bound to happen very soon. I can see even a secondary home opportunity. See how this card is very yellow. You can see here in the middle, it appears to be something like a dreidel, a top. So this could be something happening in the next few weeks, next few months, but this could have to do with religion, parties, holiday parties. But you go back here, we go back to the 7. You can see the 5, 6, 7 Roman numerals. This leads us back to here. This one opportunity, this pentacle that we got in the very beginning is leading us back to this divine beginning. This has always been moving forward. This is the king of the hill. This is the one, back to the 7. Confirmation, giving us that this one wand in our conduit has led us to the beginning. Even though you might feel hurt, you might feel out, you might feel disconnected or not talking to whoever this person is, it's happening. I wouldn't worry about this, Aquarius or cross watchers. This is divinely protected. Whoever this is or whatever this is divinely protected. No matter how you want to play it out, your opportunities are divinely protected. Like I said, think of car accidents. This is why you will get that protection. And you may say, well, I haven't hit the $1 million lottery yet, but I do have happiness where I look. I can pick up my phone and text so and so, and they'll come right away. That is abundance. You just don't see it as what you want to see it as. You would rather open your bank account and see $1 billion or $3 trillion in there. That's not happiness. No matter what we say, that is not happiness. I'm sorry to break your bubble here and burst your bubble. That's not happiness. Being able to call someone at 3 a.m. and say, look, I gotta cry and I want to talk to you, that is abundance. Having a social connection with somebody and having a true emotional connection with someone, that's a true abundance. Having money, you could pay someone and talk to them for hours. That doesn't mean you're connected to them. That's where this regret comes in, because Aquarius, you know that connections are more than money. You know that a connection, you know what heartbreak is. You know that you have to learn and grow from these connections. And heartbreak is not a bad thing. Being heartbroken helps you understand how people live, how people grow. So you block yourself because you're like, hey, do you really know what heartbreak actually is? Or do you just move on after every relationship? Are you just a quick draw? Like, bang, I want to go get to the next person. Bang, go to the next person. And you don't actually heal. And that's what's been happening for the years that you've been existing. And that's what I think this person's starting to see is you know what heartbreak truly is. And maybe this other person doesn't. And you're teaching them, I want to know that you know what heartbreak is. And I'm going to have you prove it to me. Could be a family member. And they're getting worried that you see it. Maybe you see that they don't know what heartbreak actually is, and that could possibly be. Maybe they know they're the one, but you're testing them, and that's okay. The universe could be testing them well as well. Every test means something. I absolutely love the death card because this could be a Scorpio. The death card, and I want to point this out, and we'll probably see it here in just a moment. I'm not even going to tell you, but the death card represents something else as well. But the death card is actually not a bad card. The death card makes people stop. You can see the sun here. You can actually see the moon card is hidden in the back. If you look in the very background, and we'll probably get the moon here, but you'll see there's two tower moments, and you'll see the moon or the sun coming up in the back. But you'll see death is riding. You'll see a boat. This could possibly be the river Styx. You'll see death of a king. And death actually can destroy what we once thought was unbeatable. Death can come in and say, no, you're done. But I want to point out, death doesn't hide. Death's mask is lifted. Death shows you who they are. Death wears black armor. So what I'm going to point out to you is death is going to come through and going to destroy whoever it is. Death's going to end the waiting, end the suffering. Death's going to put away all the pain. So death's coming for or ending whatever this waiting is, where this passion, either you or your partner, you're about to come into this divine connection. Death is about to realize that you are divinely protected because you're about to be confronted by this ending, good or bad, but you have a divine protection. You have a divine connection. You have luck on your side. This is not a bad situation. Death's coming in to check and say, okay, do I need to end anything? Guess not. You're all set. Look at how death would ride through this read here. Death would come in and say, well, no one's waiting. There's luck here. Because see how these cards read in the same position? Someone's very passionate. Whoever this person is passionate, and someone has their ear. They are very stable. This person has a raised vibration. They're about to come into a lot of money very soon. And they have choices, and they are also protected by the divine. This divine protection is in alignment with this entire read. So whoever this person is has, I would probably say, first pole position of this person's read, either you or the other person. So Aquarius, this could be you or this could be the other person. The person we're reading about could be you or your partner or or sibling. You sit in a very powerful position. Death is trying to come in and say, hey, what do I need to look at? Death, wherever death was, death brings miscommunication. Death brings heartache. Death will say, hey, I'm going to take what I can from you, take money or take pain. But what it doesn't do or does do is it will oversee or bring pain to people who are welcoming it. But the divine, and whenever you see an ace card, you'll see that these are coming out of nowhere. These are actually protecting the rear, the flanks. Death is being cornered to make a decision. Death's either saying, hey, you're going to be happy. You have nowhere to go. The universe is protecting us here. We have a chariot protecting us. And we have these infinite decisions of taking action, infinite knowledge. We know you killed our king. We know you killed what we thought was possible. But we have a divine opportunity to make here. So if this person's here, we know in our conduit we have passion. This is true raw passion. So no matter how this happens, if this death knight moves forward, what would happen is this death knight would find very quickly it would be facing a couple angels, because this angel would call in another angel and the vibration would be raised. But death exists because it's out of chaos, out of pain, and there are people who are trying to get to the top of the hill, people who are trying to become king of the hill. They want what you have and they can't get it and they don't know how you got it. They're trying to mimic what you have and they don't know how you have it. What they don't understand is you got there through a lot of hard work and worse off through pain. And what I'd like to show is where you're heading. So where you're heading is this opportunity. You're looking for not just a partner, you're looking for the divine partner, the person who can offer you love and the divine connection. This is the intuition card. This is the many choices. But what you're seeing is the divine is protecting this other person just as much as you. So this person here is protecting not only you, but them and the overall functionality of your current situation. So even if you might be maybe out of a job or you're looking for new work, what's happening is the divine saying, no, no, no. I'm the one who's controlling this. I'm driving this situation. I'm in control. You're the king of the hill. Let's not make any choices here that are hasty. I'm breadcrumbing you. It's not that you're being left hanging. This is for your own good. This is your own luck that I'm giving you here. Slow down a little bit. Enjoy the moment. Because what's coming in is better than what you had. You have to be a wise, powerful person. And what we have here is a knight that's coming in to fight the Death Knight. But this knight may or may not win because it's death, period. This death period is just the end. You have people who are praying, hoping, please, please don't hurt us. But when you have this person coming in, they have a sword, they have knowledge, they have power, they have ability to overcome. They're protecting these other people who are vying for your attention. It's almost like there's someone protecting you while others are trying to get your attention. Maybe you're a teacher, maybe you work in law, maybe you work with a lot of people, and whatever you do, you're very sought after, Aquarius. You have something that others want, because when you bring it with happiness. You bring it with a bravado. You have this ability to kind of sell yourself in a way that's from the inside out. You light up the world, because this blocking is because you know what you desire. You know what you deserve. And that's why this Empress is on their way in, because you accept and expect nothing less. What you want is desire. Let's see what this knight has to offer. When this knight comes and starts to basically talk about this ending, about this king, and this knight comes in. This knight's going to bring this beginning of this opportunity here. And let me just show you what I'm talking about. So you have this Ten of Pentacles, this Queen of Cups coming in to help establish this new situation for you. This could be a mother. This could be a person who's already has children. This could be a father who already has children, but they understand what it is to be a parent. They maybe there's an ex in here. There's a partner. So what I like to see here is this person knows what empathy is. They know what social emotional learning is. They understand how love works. They understand what it is to grow. They are a manifester. You are a manifester. They're not looking to race forward. They're not looking to grow something. They're going to bring in their own support. So when you have this knight come in with their sword, the Knight of Swords going to fight, they're going to bring love in and say, whoa, 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 hang up. Hey, hold up, love. Let me explain something to you. So when the Death Knight comes in, they're going to say, I see that you're hurting people, but let me explain to you where I come from. This Knight of Cups can outrun anyone, and it's in a divine way. You can't kill love. That's essentially what you have here. You can wait out death. You can outwait it. Even when we die, we go on to the next life and we still find that same love we had in this life. We are infinitely tied to the people we love. You know, and I know the people that you have in this life, you have had or met in other lives. This is just how it's always been and always been decided. You can outlast anybody you want. You can hold off, but the divine's going to send you that cup, that offer, that abundant opportunity in the next life. You can pretend to be unhappy. You can pretend that this is not what you want. You can wait it out. You can sit there and you can hold off. And I would say almost even the beginning of September, you started to turn whatever it was that happened in July off. But the reality was, this made you happy. This was your happiest you were feeling. And what I feel for you is you made that choice and you started to look, is this the best opportunity for me? And then the breadcrumbing turned on either from you or the divine. It's almost like you fell back into that role that you were feeling as far back as June. You fell back into that mindset, not good or bad or indifferent. It's that gray area. Why did you fall back into that role? You start to explore. This could be the other person. This could be the partner's person. This could be an ex's husband or ex-husband or something. This could be an ex-wife. But what it is this person, this death is being very, very well protected and cornered because they have nowhere else to go. They're facing the sun. They're facing breadcrumbing. They're not going anywhere. If you look here, their only opportunities to go with a miscommunication or feeling miserable. That's where death is heading. They can't go forward. There's nothing for them to look for. They're not welcomed. They're heading in a very bad situation. And here is that moon card that I was talking about. Let's take a look at these. I knew this was coming up. And look at this. Let's zoom in on this. Okay. So I was talking about this. You can actually see right here. We have the two towers and either the sun or the moon. And what we have here is we have the sun card that was sitting in our center line. But what just popped for us is we have the moon with our two towers. So we have three people. We prominently had our three of cups. But what we're starting to see here is we're starting to see either the moon's setting or the sun's rising. One of the two on death. One of the two things are happening, but I would beg to differ that this death knight has control. This death knight is loosely holding on to whatever they believe. They were probably once a knight of cups, a lover, and they have become tarnished and they're heading in a place that no one wants to go. These people actually feel bad for them. And I would almost beg to differ that these people are, this person has not many allies. And where they're heading is going to be a very dark and scary place. They can't defeat anyone. If you look at them, what is their way of defeat? Show me how they would defeat a knight. Show me how. Is it through magic? Is it through power? Is it through the sheer thought of the death? This is literally a word, death, that we get afraid of. As I tell others, and I told people, this does not scare me. Once you start to piece these cards together, you really start to realize, oh wow, there are two towers. Wait, there are two towers in the moon card. The moon card, the things we don't know scare us, right? Right. When you start looking at the moon card, you see, hey, look, there's a path leading up to something in the distance. What is that? Hey, looks like a lobster. Does this have to do with a Cancer, Scorpio? What does this have to do with? What are we barking at the moon for? So when we start to look at these and we start really digging into this situation, we're really trying to understand what that all means. So when we go back here, the moon is setting on the sun and our luck has changed. We're not at a tower moment. We just feel like we're at a tower moment. Two towers look like they're at trouble, and whoever the death is trying to appear as though they have control. Reality is these towers have the sun's about to shine again, and it's a manifestation. So let's take a look here. Judgment's about to come out on this person, and then the third night pops out. So when death shows up, whoever this Aquarian is, and I'm going to say it's you, once you say, you really want to mess with me, whoever this person is, if there's someone trying to come out, you say, well, I can manifest. It's not, I won't call people, I will manifest against you. And that's when it becomes a problem. You just decide how you're going to play it. That's what you're moving on to bigger and better is. You just decide which way you're going. That's where your Three of Cups comes in. You're not a negative. You're not a nasty person. Aquarians work in a level that no other sign can quite understand. This is why people don't quite get Aquarians. I think what we're having here is we're having a sign. This is not about love. This is about the the other side telling us, get ready. You're about to have something happen to you. When we have the manifestation at the center line, we have three knights protecting you with two angels, and then we have a couple kings and queens popping. You're about to make some really strong moves here, Aquarius. I'm very curious to see what we get for our final card here that the Divine's going to give us and tell us a message. This is not only for you, it's for me too. So I want to see what we get here. But when we start looking deep in here, we can see Ace, Judgment card has shut out this Death card now. The Death card no longer exists in our read if you look at it in that terms. The miscommunication is kind of shutting out. We do have some kind of past regret, past heartache. Maybe we're not sleeping well. That's common with the full moon. But we have issues. We always carry our heartache. We love our heartache, our heart pain. We grow with this. This is what makes us powerful. Our regret, our heartache. We say, yeah, that's why we shut people out. It gives us our way of kind of self-reflection. But you're pinned in your conduit. You're pinned here with a couple empresses. Whatever's about to come in here is so beautiful. So I'm going to flip over here. Let's see what we get for our final card. We got, hey, there you are, Death. And the Death has left the building. So this could be a Scorpio on their way out. This could be the control, the stability, the form. This could be anything. But what it is Death has left. Remember how I was talking about in the beginning here? Let me flip back very quick. When I was talking about if I was reading this read, I would have the read come in. So Death has obviously left out of this corner, has ridden past, and just kept on moving. So whatever this is, this person or Scorpio or sign they're leaving. They're just going to keep moving on. They're going to realize that you have or have the control of whatever the situation is. There's nothing they can do to you that you haven't already done to yourself. Because when you look back on your life, you're like, I've had heartbreak, I've had regret, I've blocked many people, but I don't live in self-imprisonment. I can sit there and I can wait out anybody I want. My life is mine. Yes, I'm a moon. I love the moon. The moon is me. Like I can block you for hours, bro. So that's how you roll. So when Death shows up, you're like, I'm not afraid of you. Okay, pull out your weapon. And then three knights show up backing you up, and you're like, by the way, I'm also a dual king. I'm a king of pentacles and a king of wands. So I can just pay these knights to kind of get rid of you. That's how you roll. But on top of that, you have a couple angels flying around. So Death's like, peace, I'm out. So remember how I said death period? It's not death period. It's not death period. No, it isn't. Death's like, I'm out. Sorry for bothering you. I'm moving on. Yeah, you are. 100%. So what happens is Death moves on and leaves you alone because it knows that wherever you come from is more powerful from wherever it is going. And it realizes even if Death says, hey, I'll kill you, I'll end you, I'll destroy you, I'll make you unhappy, you say, sure, go ahead. But when I rebuild, I'll just be stronger. So come back and keep doing it because I'll just take whatever you've done and I will make myself much stronger. So that's where this whole Death of the King comes in because you're like, oh, wow, kill me. Then I'll come back as an emperor. And Death's like, damn it, why are you so smart? And that's what happens. Unfortunately, this isn't what happens for most people. Most people see Death and go, oh, I'm sorry, I give up. You can actually see here. Religion in general does it. Religion will just say, hey, let's respect death. It's a thing. And that's what happens. Reality is you are stronger than you realize, and you know it. So what I'm going to tell you here is the Death Knight is not stronger than you. You are stronger than the Death card. You have always been stronger than the Death card, and you know it. So what I want to tell you right now here is I want you to be mindful of that. So when Death shows up for you, just wave at it and let it go on by. It's not going to bother you because it has nothing on you. So what I want you to do is I want you to just keep that in mind, Aquarius, and we'll catch up and we'll do another read because when you're getting cards like Death and you're getting a permanent connection coming in and you're growing your relationships. Death's just coming in to check in, say, how's things going? Just checking in with an old friend. That's all that's happening here because Death knows it can't do anything to you because you're flanked and protected every which way. Whatever you're doing very well. But take that time to reflect at why you are upset, what's bothering you. It's okay to be upset. Take that time to reflect and be mad. But when you're done, take that medicine, eat it, and then go back and say, hey, I learned these lessons. This is what makes me a stronger person. I want you to understand that. And I want you to grow from that. We all have to. Okay. So, hey, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know how you like these reads. And if I can improve them, don't hesitate to let me know. Getting out there, trying this tarot. So, be safe, everyone. I'll talk to you soon.